Today's Sipping and Spilling is brought to you by Bunko and Mike.
Here, want a drink?
Don't give
Want
me
a sip?
That's chocolate. Come here, Mr. Bunko. Hi, guys. Welcome to Sippin and Spillin with Sid and Mike from 3 Mississippi.
Hola.
Hello. I've been painting all day.
Let's see how long I can put up with that cat.
I know, he's fine.
See how far I can toss him.
Oh, don't be mean. He's a good boy. So.
Is he, though?
Well, he tried to catch a lizard.
Are we just saying that, or
he's sweet.
do we mean it?
Oh.
Bye-bye.
He's exploring. He's fine.
So, what is going on today? What are we spilling? What are we spilling?
I've been painting all day.
I've
also had a headache all day because I don't know. I just had a headache the last few days off. Well, last couple weeks off and on, really.
I mean, you've been giving me a headache for 17 years, so you're due.
Yeah. But I've been in there painting. There's these like wood built-in dark wood cubbies.
Bye-bye, coyote bait.
Oh my God! Stop it. He's
What?
fine. You're gonna make me anxious when you do that. He's fine, Mr. Bunko. Anyway, so yeah, I've been in there painting these weird little cubby holes that go all the way from like a bench height all the way up to the ceiling. Painting them white and then kind of antiquing them out so that it's kind of like a muted
He gone.
white. You're making me nervous.
He's out of sight.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just telling you.
What have you been doing? What do you want to talk about?
I've been working all day.
Oh yeah.
And I've been very busy at work, so I didn't even get to go outside and take a walk around the house today. Normally I like to stretch my legs and I'll just go walk and look at a project or where a project's going to be. But today,
or like take a lunch break or something, but he ate in his office.
Today I've been slammed.
Yeah.
So your cat's gone.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, he's completely out of sight.
He's right here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come on.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's right there.
Okay. Anyway, I feel ill-prepared for this sipping and spilling. I feel like I didn't think about what we were going to talk about, and we didn't talk about it, and I don't feel like you're prepared for it either. So, we're just winging it.
Here's my deal, I guess. My game plan. We're trying to figure out if I'm leaving in a week or not. Like, we don't know yet, and if I'm going to be gone then for a week. So I'm trying to get some things done in the house before I maybe have to go. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to start painting the walls before I leave, but potentially maybe at least the lower hallway area. I might be able to at least get that. I'm going to kind of break it into sections and do it so that
Jump.
Don't tell him to jump. So mean. He's so loud when he purrs. It's so cute. But yeah, I wanted to at least get I wanted to get the whole cupboard thing done yesterday, but yesterday it took me longer than I thought. I ended up having to take a break in between, and then the paint got too dry to do what I wanted to do, and so it just took me a lot longer. So I actually finished the other side this morning, but I'm making good time on the second side, but I need to get it at least all painted white tonight, and then in the morning, first thing, rub it down. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But and then I'm a little bit behind on editing right now because I'm waiting for some clips that he wanted to zhuzh. So I haven't started that video yet for Sunday. So I need to get the roll on that. But to let's see, what's today? For you guys, it's Friday, right? No, it's Thursday. That's right, because we're not ahead like we normally are. We're behind.
We're loading this video in a half an hour.
In a half an hour, yeah.
So this
is like live almost, but not at all.
It's like mostly live.
Mostly that. What was it how does Cuz say it? Not live, recorded live, or I forget. He says it in like a cute way, and I can't think of what it is now. But anyway, I wanted to at least get that done because that's really brightening up the room a little bit. And I did figure out where the mysterious light switch in the living room, where that plug is, but we have to like run a cord to figure that out.
It's not even that big a deal. I figured out some stuff about the refrigerator today.
Oh yeah, the ice maker
So
thing.
she's been complaining about this ice maker since the day we moved in, probably the day after we moved in. Every time she opens the freezer, it's a battle. It's like a combat with the machine.
Well, so we're not using bottled water. We're using the filter water and ice out of the fridge, right? And just refilling these. So
What's that have to do with the ice machine?
Well, because we're using it like constantly. So I have to literally crawl inside the freezer every time and fix this little lever and like stick my head all the way back there.
So there's two things she complains about the ice machine. One is something about the lever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You fixed that.
Two is, well, hold on, I'm gonna get
sorry.
there. Two is, you have to put a little container in the ice catcher at the bottom because there's a leak, a small, slow leak, and what happens is that leak like leaks out and then freezes and turns all the ice into one piece of ice unless you put that little thing in there.
Yeah.
And it is a daily, it's multiple times a day that she's down there with her head and her arm in the freezer cussing.
Trying to fix it.
And I've just been letting it go. You know, sometimes it's mildly entertaining for me. Sometimes we're late for church, and for whatever reason, it's important to her that she gets this fixed before we leave, so there'll be ice when we get back.
Exactly.
And she's like, "We're gonna be late. We're gonna be late. We're gonna." I'm like, "Get your arm out of the freezer, and we won't be late."
Never been late for anything because of me being inside the freezer.
But let's just say I've been mildly entertained. Okay, but today, for some reason, I decided to take a look at it. I don't even know why. I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I think last night she was particularly cussy about it. And so then this morning I was like, you know what? Let me have a look. So thing number one I figured out right away, the little metal rod that sticks down. And so it's a bottom mount ice maker. And it's the kind that it brings the water down into the ice maker. It freezes the ice. Then the little thing goes and lifts the ice out and they drop in here, right? And then there's the little metal piece of wire. As your level of ice raises, that wire knows or flips a switch, a little limiter switch that tells it stop making ice. You can also turn your ice maker off just by lifting that wire up, okay? Well, that wire was coming out of the catch on one side constantly. And every time you close the door, just a little vibration would come out. So, of course, what I do, I bent the wire, and now that's fixed for good. That's done.
Right. That doesn't fix the leak, though.
But the water is another issue. So I got online, I did a little research, and this particular type of ice maker has a heating element along the bottom underneath of I think it's like a cast pan, some kind of metal pan that where the ice cubes are made. And then there's a heating element underneath. So what happens is after the ice is made, after the water freezes, then this heating element turns on briefly and just like basically melts just a thin layer of water between the ice and the tray on the bottom right before it tries to kick the ice cubes out. Okay? Pretty good idea. And then that turns off. Well, the process of that turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off over a long period of time causes some expansion and contraction, and you get leaks down there in the bottom of that pan in a couple of places. You can potentially have a leak. So then that water leaks when it comes in there. You get a few drops every time, and it leaks down, and then so that I can't fix. So I looked on the manufacturer's website, found the part numbers for everything I'm looking for, found the part numbers for the filters, so I can order more filters because we should be replacing those like every 6 months. It's actually a really good filter. It's as good as the filters in like just about anything out there, like 99.9999999. Doesn't do anything for viruses, but none of them do. Just thought I'd throw that out there. There shouldn't be any viruses.
I was gonna say, why would there be viruses in the water? But
well, like, so we're on city water here, and that city water is treated with chloramines and stuff. So then these filters, these charcoal filters, remove the chloramines and the smell, and So anyway, it's a pretty good process. But the only reason I threw that in there doesn't do anything for viruses because I was actually watching some videos recently on building some, shit hits the fan like water purification units, and the charcoal. There is no filter that can filter out viruses, and by viruses I mean like pathogens, like things in the water from animal poop. Like if you're getting surface water from like a pond or a lake.
If there's animal poop in my refrigerator, that's weird.
Right. I'm just saying, if you're getting water from a pond or a lake or a stream and you're filtering that through a charcoal filter and you're assuming that you're good to go, you're only good to go against everything that's not good to go. If you know what I mean. Do your own research. There's still stuff you can get out of there. Meningitis, all kinds of stuff.
I'm never drinking water again.
Anyway, I digress.
You did.
Back to the fridge. So I did a little research and I found a part number for the whole ice maker, right? It's like $60. So we ordered that today.
Yes.
And so I did have some success. I fixed it to some extent. She no longer has to climb under there, put her head and her arm in the back of the freezer.
So he lost his free entertainment.
Yeah.
But
it still has that slow leak, which leads to having to deal with having the bowl positioned in there to catch the leak. So
I'm
that
excited
it doesn't...
about not having to have a bowl in there anymore.
Yeah.
That
So
would be nice.
We'll get that pretty soon. And what else did I order?
Oh, you got your nail gun.
I got my nail gun. Yeah, I got my nail gun.
The other day, but
got the Bostitch framing nail gun, so I've been needing to get that.
But that's not the nail gun you said you needed to fix my door.
No.
I still don't have a door on my office, so
Yes, accurate.
He said he's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a different tool. We'll see.
I can fix that with a hammer.
Yeah.
And nails. I don't need a finishing nailer.
He's like, I will drink your yoo-hoo.
You and I are not going to get along. I'm just telling you right now.
He's just checking it out.
No, I'm just telling you. You hear what I'm saying? You and I, we're not going to get along.
That's mean.
All right. Unless you drink whiskey. We'll investigate that.
I told
later.
you, he did really enjoy that hot Cheeto that he got a hold of.
So.
Which was surprising.
Yeah, I do have to fix the door on her office. I'm not going to buy a finishing nailer to do that. I'm just going to buy some finishing nails, and I have a hammer, and get that done. But I did want to get the framing nail gun before starting the chicken coop, just because with the amount of nails that I have to drive or screws that I have to drive, pick one, that's just going to speed things up.
Will that do screws too?
No.
Oh, then why would you mention screws?
Well, because some people would prefer to use screws over nails.
Oh. I feel like the nail gun's faster.
It is faster.
Just goes, and you're done.
Screws can be backed out. There are reasons for both. Screws, generally speaking, will cinch something up and not have a squeak. So, you don't want to use a nail gun if you're building a deer stand. You want to use a screw gun because you don't want that board to flex and the nail shaft.
Screw guns?
You don't want the nail shaft to move and up against that. They do make screw guns.
Huh. I just always figured a drill was a screw gun.
Oh, look at him. Oh, he's on the hunt. He was all bent down, had his tail wagging. He's looking at those birds.
He's just watching.
Mm-hmm.
He's cute.
He's like, I'm going to get a bird.
He's not going to eat birds. I'm going to teach him.
Well, you're going to teach him to eat birds?
I'm going to teach him not to eat birds.
Oh, he's a cat.
All my other barn cats did not eat birds.
That you know of.
I know they didn't.
Okay.
They hung out with the freaking chicks and they never ate the chicks.
That you know of.
Oh my gosh, I know, because I do head counts.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, they wouldn't eat a full-grown chicken. Chicken whoop his ass.
That's accurate.
But a baby chick? Oh, yeah. That's a chicken nugget for that thing.
Yeah.
He'd be like, got any mustard?
He's moving the doormat.
He's over there on the doormat, moving along. And you guys are like, yeah, I believe you. The camera's not pointed that way.
Yeah, we're just we're squirrel, only it's cat.
So anyway, that is the one thing that I did do today. I did pop out of my office long enough to look at the freezer, bend a little piece of metal, then go back and Google a part and order it. But other than that, I didn't do anything today. Um, yeah, I was just super slammed. Frankie came in and asked me how to fill the quad with gas, which
Yeah, she wanted to ride
was terrifying for me.
the new quad around for a little while.
Terrifying for me. So
Why was that terrifying for you?
it's just
That she didn't know how, or
that she didn't know how to fill the quad with gas.
She didn't want to. She didn't.
4-wheeler.
Yeah, she hadn't done it or messed with the gas cans at all, and she was like, "Is there anything I need to know, or is it just
Yeah,
pour
gas
it
burns.
in?" Like,
Careful.
well, no, but I mean, like, if she was basically like, "Is there some magic trick to this that I'm not aware of, or is it simply unscrew?"
You have to hold your mouth like this.
Unscrew, pour
They say
in,
hocus
like,
pocus.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
not.
I don't know. I just as we do some of the little things that we're doing out here, I realize it dawns on me that Frankie was raised in California, and we didn't have
the kind of
the
large
things that we have
property.
here. I mean,
yeah.
we tried. I had a garden. I taught her. I mean, she knows a lot more about gardening than most people, but it just never dawned on me that she didn't know how to pour gas out of a gas can.
She's never had to.
She
just never come up. We never had any small vehicles that she would be pouring. I taught her how to pump gas into a car like a while ago, and that she knows how to do. But
Change her out. Did you teach her how to change the tire on a car?
No.
No.
I did not.
So, I heard a rumor yesterday that Frankie likes a boy at school.
Michael, you cannot out her on Sippin and Spillin.
That's what we do. We sip.
That's
and
not
we
your
spill.
thing to like spill.
I'm her dad.
But that's like her. She's gonna be so like you can't. Frankie, I'm sorry.
Sorry about your luck, kiddo.
Oh my goodness, yes, she likes a boy. But we're not gonna talk about that because what if her friends see this or something? Then she's gonna be like all embarrassed and she's not gonna talk to you for a week. It's gonna be a whole thing. There's gonna be tears. Like doors will slam. It's gonna be a thing. That's not okay.
Oh, sounds like her and I need to have a talk. That is not an area that I am not allowed into.
It's not that you're not allowed into it, but you're not allowed to broadcast it to the universe. That's totally different than her talking to you and telling you.
She didn't talk to me and tell me.
Well,
she's avoiding me with that subject.
It's not an
This
easy
is your
subject.
payback.
It's not an easy subject for a preteen, teen girl sometimes to talk to their dad about. Especially when their dad has a lot of guns and a lot of acreage to hide bodies. I'm just saying.
Luckily for this young chap, my tractor's broken. So I have to dig the
whole
hole with a shovel.
Manually.
So I may hold off.
For a bit.
That's right.
That poor kid. All right, guys. Well, on that note, Mike's got a hole to dig. And I've got paint that's drying that I need to go tend to. So thanks for hanging out with us on Sippin' and Spilling. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.